Alright guys, in this segment I want to talk about the major play with the Magician Shark combo. It's going to include the Shark Master play that you would typically do turn 1, or if they have no traps down. And I also want to go over the other plays you can make with just one Magician, one Shark. So we're assuming that you do have these in your hand, and the play goes like this. So you normally summon the Magician, and you reveal Shark, special summon Shark, and activate Magician's effect to special summon another Magician to the field. You're pretty much always going to get a Magician with this first Magician. The only time you wouldn't do this is if you don't have enough room, or if you don't have a Magician in your deck. Because normally you're going to be using this Shark to go to level 3 or level 5, and then you're just going to get an extra monster with Magician, and so that just gives you more advantage and more things to use to toolbox your extra deck. Anyway, for this play, you're going to make your Shark go down to level 3, and this Magician's going to activate. And you're going to go get a Wind-Up Rat in defense. You overlay the two Magicians into Photon Poppy, and use Poppy's effect to untap Rat, and then use Rat's effect to bring back that Magician. And then overlay your level 3 Shark with the Rat to get Carrier in defense mode. You can get it in attack mode. It doesn't matter a whole lot. I mean, the only difference is that, it's turn 1, so if they attack over it, at least you won't take any life point damage this way. So, it doesn't really matter, but it's good to remember to put in defense turn 1, or if you don't plan on attacking. So, you use the effect, detach, and this part depends on how many Magicians you run. We've already used 2 Magicians, so if you only run 2 Magicians, then from here you just get 2 Sharks, one for Carrier, and then Magician's effect gets another Shark. And then this goes into your Shark Master play. Right there. And that's the end of the play. Most people run 3 Magicians, and I'll go over why in just a moment. Let me show you what happens whenever you do have 3 Magicians. So from here, we just detach Shark, Carrier's effect. So here you can go get another Magician. This Magician activates, and you can go get a Rabbit. And then you can use Rabbit's effect on itself, and then this Magician activates, and that's when you get your Shark. And here you go into your Shark Master play just like before. But the difference is, now you have a Wind-Up Rabbit that you removed, and it's going to come back to your standby phase, so you have an extra resource. You can run 2 Magician or 3 Magician. 3 Magician is viewed as better. Most people run 3, because it lets you get bigger plays like this. And it also increases the odds of opening with a Magician Shark to be able to make a power play like this. So from here, if you don't know what you're playing against, you want to call Spells. Spells turn 1 is typically the best play. It blocks their Dark Hole and Heavy Storm from blowing up your field. It stops Pot of Duality plays. It stops them from gaining resources. If they have kind of a crappy hand, they might only need to play 1 spell to make it good. The only deck you probably wouldn't want to call Spells against turn 1 like this is Mermails, which in that case you would want to call Monster Effects, because they do have Dark Hole and Heavy Storm, but it's more likely that they have Monster Effects that they need to get off as opposed to Spells. But if you don't know what you're playing against, definitely go for Spells. And if you know it's Mermails, go for Monsters. Everything else, turn 1, Spells is better. Some other stuff you can do with the Magician Shark combo besides that, that's the turn 1. Like if you go first, game 1, you want to do that. But let's say that it's not turn 1 and you need to, you don't want to go into Shark Master. So you normal summon Magician, reveal Shark, special summon Shark, Magician effect, goes against that other Magician. The shorter play is just rank the Shark up to level 5 and get another Shark. And now you can make a level 4 and a rank 4 and a rank 5. I don't know what you would get. Maybe you would want to get Utopia and Tiras, because those kind of combo together. Tiras can't be destroyed except for by a battle, and Utopia blocks attacks, so it kind of guards your Tiras. But this lets you go into a 4 and a 5, whichever you might need to really go into more. Another thing you can do is when you normal summon Magician, special summon Shark, special summon Magician with Magician, you can do Shark down, and this is going to be kind of similar to the Shark Master play, only you're not going to go into Shark Master. So you get your Rat, and then you overlay these again. You're going to go back into Poppy, just like last time. Then you detach, make the rat back to attack, rat to defense, special summon, and then go into carrier. You actually get this in attack mode because you're not. It's not turn 1. You're probably going to be swinging here. Detach, and from here you can get magician or shark. It doesn't really matter which one you get, but get it with a rabbit as well. For example, I mean not a rabbit. Excuse me, I grabbed the wrong card. But get it with a rat. It doesn't really matter because there's not enough room to use magician, so you might want to just grab the magician so you don't top deck it later. And then you get the magician with carrier's effect you get rat in attack mode, and then magician's effect gets the other magician. And what this allows you to do is push for more damage. Like if you were going for control, Shockmaster would have been a stronger play. In this case, you're going to rank this into 4. It doesn't matter. Let's just say Utopia, just because he has the most attack. And then you're going to use rat to bring back shark, and these are going to overlay. And this can go into, say, Giga Brilliant. And this is going to be a lot more damage than the Shockmaster play. Because you detach for Giga Brilliant, and now all your creatures are really big. And you're pushing for 28, 21, 24, and 18, which is, I think it's a little bit over 8,000, isn't it? 52, yeah. So it's a pretty big push on your opponent. So that's more of a damage-oriented play. And there are some other variations you can go into. It gets even more complicated if you have more of a graveyard than just assuming nothing, or if you have Monster Born in your hand, or Pot of Avarice in your hand. There's all sorts of things that can make the play become even more explosive than this. But these are some of the basic plays you'll see with a magician and a shark. So the important thing to remember about the Shockmaster play is that it's not always the best play. If your opponent has traps, you might not want to go for that because it requires that your opponent have no traps that interact. If they have one Compulse or a Solemn or a Bottomless or anything, then that's going to screw up your play. Additionally, if it's game 2 or 3 and you're going first, Magician Shark might not be the best play. If it's all you got, you have to go for it. But like if you have a rabbit in your hand as well, like if you open with all 3 of these, it's actually better to normal summon rabbit your first turn and save these. And I'm actually going to make a video segment over that later. So anyway, I hope you learned something. Subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching.